Hello and welcome to more Vintage Cube. I got some of the tryharding out of my system. I played to win, I trophied quite a bit, but I'm here to have a bit of fun now. So let's see what's in this pack. What do we like? I like Watery Grave. Very good pick that keeps you open. A lot of cards in this pack are actually not great, like Gargoth, Finale, Linvala. I think Prime Seeker Vannifar, I've never seen this card played. I think it's just too slow for Vintage Cube. I played a Birthing Pod deck that was a really good Birthing Pod deck, and I didn't put this card in my deck when I had the mana to support it. And I think that says a lot about this card is like, it just, you play it, you wait a turn, it's a creature. The best benefit of Birthing Pod is that you get to have it in play even if after they play a board wipe. And this does not have any of those benefits. So I would cut this card from the cube. Personally, there's a lot of other cool blue-green cards. Anyway, that was a bit of a rant. I think the two picks are between Watery Grave and like, is it Signet? I'm gonna take Mind's Desire though. I think it's Storm time. Let's do this. Again, I don't necessarily say Force Storm. This is more of like a pick one speculation than it is saying I'm definitely going to draft Storm. But, you know, if you want to draft Storm, you do have to keep yourself open to it a little bit. Here, I think I'm going to take Spired Bluff Canal. There's Commit Memory, which is good. Cobra is good. Show and Tell is actually kind of fun. It's a lot better in pod drafting than leagues because if you have all the Eldrazi, you don't have much to be afraid of. I also do think Simic Signet is a consideration too. In fact, Spired Bluff Canal, it's one of the worst lands, and maybe I just take Simic Signet. Sometimes in Storm you need like a bit of ramp or acceleration, and this just does that really well. So I think I'm going to take that. Basalt Monolith, Everflowing Chalice, Sylvan Caryatid, Thief of Sanity. All good options. Basalt Monolith has the most upside as far as like producing total mana. It's good in Upheaval too. Caryatid is good if you want mana fixing specifically, although it requires playing green in Storm, which you can. It's just, in Storm, you'd prefer to keep, you know, the colors as small as possible. Also, Snapcaster Mage is a good include as well. But I think I'm going to go for mana here. I have not really drafted a big mana deck in. Basalt Monolith is a good card. There's Past in Flames, there's Misty Rainforest, Gilded Lotus, Karakas, and Mana Flare. I like Mana Flare and I like Past in Flames, although they got rid of Gifts Ungiven, so Past in Flames gets so much worse. Gifts Ungiven was one of the best Storm enablers in my opinion because it was so underdrafted, and Gifts Ungiven Past in Flames is like double Demonic Tutor at instant speed, so you could cast it end of turn, untap, and win. So removing that card really hurt the ability of Storm to go off. We do get Thassa's Oracle, which helps. It's like a fine win condition. I think, actually, you know what? Let's take a Gilded Lotus. I want like a lot of mana. Perfect. We have Wheel of Fortune. Goes really well with a bunch of mana. Metalworker is fine. I don't think this card is amazing, even in the artifact deck. You need specifically like Workshop into Metalworker turn 1 for it to be good. Without Lightning Greaves, I think this card gets so much worse because you can't play it and then activate it in the same turn. I'm gonna take Wheel of Fortune though. Just seems fun. What we really need now is to open some power and a Tellurian Academy. Okay, we get a Chrome Mox. Chrome Mox does get a lot worse when most of your cards are going to be colorless. So I don't know if I'm going to take that there. I think I might take Sensei's Divining Top. Typically, I don't like this card, but I think the best Storm deck in the cube involves like Tinker or Goblin Weldering out a Bolas's Citadel, which we are relatively set up to do. Sensei's Divining Top Bolas's Citadel is basically one life draw card, which is absurd. So I'm going to take Sensei's Divining Top over the Chrome Mox just because of the potential payoffs. And because Chrome Mox, you know, as we get more artifacts, Chrome Mox just gets worse. Okay, this pack, there is Empty the Warrens. That's a good failsafe. It's good with Mind's Desire. I think Faithless Looting is also a fantastic card if we do end up going for artifacts. In fact, I might just take Looting. I know I get punished a lot when I do end up drafting Storm with like Faithless Looting stuff, or not taking Empty, but I think this card is quite bad. And Faithless Looting sets you up for like the really good turn 1 Goblin Welder, Duretti, Reanimate like a Thundering Titan draws. So I think I'm going to take that. It's just a really good card. Also goes well if we happen to wheel Past in Flames or if we get like a Yawgmoth's Will, because you can just like discard all of your spells and then, you know, win with Faithless Looting. There's a Tendrils. There's also a Wishclaw Talisman. So I guess now is the time to decide. I guess I'm going to take Tendrils of Agony. So we do have a win condition. It feels good to get it early. It also feels good to see it going 8th pick, which means nobody's really in Storm. That's the other important part is like, you need the archetype to be open. You need the cards to be not being gobbled up. What a surprise. Vannifar Wield. I mean, none of these cards are great for our deck. I think I take Dragonlord Atarka because we could get Oath of Druids. And Oath of Druids Storm is one of my favorite archetypes, and this is a really good card to Oath into because it It's huge, wins the game quickly, kills their stuff. Just great. And I guess we could also end up in Reanimator. Unlikely, but we do have Faithless Looting. Here we have Mastermind's Acquisition and Pyretic Ritual. I don't love either of them. I think Pyretic Ritual is just a bit better. The red rituals are so medium. If only this was like Jessica's Will or any of the good red rituals. I'll probably take it. I mean, I think Acquisition is largely unplayable, but sometimes you do just need, you know, a Demonic Tutor or whatever for 4 mana. Here we get a Burst of Lightning for some cheap interaction. Past in Flames doesn't look like it's coming around. I don't remember what pack it was in, but that's a little bit concerning. But we got pretty much every other Storm card I remember in the packs. There weren't many. Okay, well, we'll take it Thassa's Oracle. Also a good sign that nobody picked this up. Maybe Past in Flames is in this pack. Nope, nothing. Just mono white being open. Someone's got to draft white. I'm tired of doing it. I've done it enough. I've showcased how good it is. There's a lot of people who want to win Vintage Cube reliably. Just draft white. Keep winning until people realize how good the archetype is. And then the rest of us can have open archetypes. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. I mean, I don't know how much more I can demonstrate. It's always open. Just go for it, please. Have a Milder? Okay, maybe. Okay, so Past in Flames did not come around. A bit concerning. However, we do get Time Twister Wheel of Fortune, so maybe we don't end up in Storm, or we'll see what happens. Time Twister with just big artifacts is just fun. I don't care too much about the outcome. I think Mox Diamond is a great card. Lotus Petal I actually think is pretty good if you have Tellurian Academy. It's good with Yawgmoth's Will and things like that. But I love Time Twister with a bunch of mana. We're going to take that. Urza, Dimir, Signet, both good options. I think given what we currently have, Urza is just better. We could even wheel a Dimir Signet. I think Swords to Plowshares is a fantastic card. That card goes way later than it should. We'll take an Urza. Then there's a Polluted Delta that helps with our mana, which needs quite a bit of help, so we're going to take that. Okay, we have Shark Typhoon. I guess a hard cast Shark Typhoon into like Time Twister Wheel of Fortune is one potential avenue to win. There's also Chain Lightning if we do want more early interaction and burn to go more like a blue-red control deck. I think in that case I probably want Shark Typhoon anyway. It's a good failsafe, a good alternate win con. And then we open Channel. And Ulamog in the same pack too. I mean, let's see, I do have Gilded Lotus, so Gilded Lotusing a Channel can help. Channel with like Time Twister Wheel of Fortune is quite good with this particular deck. I'm not missing out on too much, like there's not much else in the pack for us, I guess Ulamog specifically with Mind's Desire, but I'll take it. It's a powerful card. It helps us, but I'm not sure where. Here's a Cabal Ritual, I guess. This deck is looking very suspicious, and this is typically why I advocate for not forcing Storm. And ooh, Lotus Bloom. Lotus Bloom helps a lot, actually. Oh, there's Daretti. Oh, I like Daretti a lot. I mean, Daretti Lotus Bloom is a great combo. You discard Lotus Bloom, then you just like sacrifice an artifact to get back this Black Lotus. Because you can't cast this card, you need to get it off suspend, but once it's off suspend, or like once it's in your graveyard, you can put it into play without casting it for pretty easily. So we'll take this. We just need to be able to like hit some mana. Sorry, Daretti. I like you. I think you're actually a good card, but there's even a chance he comes around like last pick. We need some saving. We also need to open power. It has been... Ooh, there. Okay, that's the saving we needed. Lines of Diamond is fantastic. There's a Kozilek, Dark... What? This is all the stuff we needed. Dark Petition, Kozilek, Lines of Diamond? I guess mostly Dark Petition LED, but we'll take the LED. Now we just need a Yawgmoth's Well. It would... What I'm saying is it would be nice to open power. We've been very, very power dry this Vintage Cube series. I think I've opened like 4 pieces of power in like 8 drafts or something. So I think we're due to open Ancestral Recall Black Lotus back to back in the next pack. The other thing that's unfortunate is that we took Channel. Obviously it's very good with Eldrazi, and then we like opened Eldrazi in all the packs that had things that we desperately needed, like Lion's Eye Diamond and Lotus Bloom. Okay, I'll take the Lotus Petal. This deck is lacking mana, and colored mana is a bit of an issue too. I think Expansion Explosion is somewhat interesting, but I guess you can like copy a Time Twister, which is good if you have instants like Cabal Ritual and things like that, but most of the time it's not amazing. It's really good with High Tide Turnabout though. If you go like Time Twister, copy Time Twister, draw a fresh 7, cast High Tide Turnabout, draw a fresh 7, cast High Tide Turnabout again. Ooh, we get Bergie out of Storytelling. That's an amazing pickup here. It's like a Goblin Electromancer for 3 mana instead of 2, which is okay. And it's a little bit worse in that you have to cast the spell to get the red, rather than just making it outright cheaper. But there's a lot of upside to being able to like cast spells early and then use that mana later. But the main benefit of Bergie is, if you don't need mana, if you need cards, you can just play Harmful Horn of Bounty and just get cards. You can just cast cards from the top of your library. So the bimodal nature, I think, makes this just so much better than Goblin Electromancer, which was a card I was already on the edge about to begin with. And Bergie's a lot better too with things like Lion's Eye Diamond, Lotus Petal. I just thought about that. Because Goblin Electromancer only discounts... Wait, this is way better. Yeah, Goblin Electromancer only discounts instant and sorceries. This makes like Simic Signet mana neutral. This makes Basalt Monolith mana positive. Yeah, wait, Bergie's way, way better. Because it's any spell. I love it. Here we have two options. Plateau to make future fetches better, or a Pestermite. I'm going to take Pestermite. One way, wow, Chain Lightning came around. I like Chain Lightning. Shallow Grave is also somewhat interesting if we do get specifically Emrakul with Channel. But I think Chain Lightning will help us stay alive. There's Ulamog. Okay, we do have Channel Ulamog now. Does Kozilek come around? Am I just going to regret discarding Shallow Grave? Because we do have a Lion's Eye Diamond Shallow Grave is a really cool combo. You can cast Shallow Grave, crack LED, and then discard your hand. You don't do anything with the mana, but you discard your hand for free, which I guess is something. And then you like Shallow Grave your Ulamog into play. I don't know about that as a good thing, but maybe I should have taken it. I just like having a couple interactive spells. Mesmeric Fiend is awesome, often problematic, although they cut that card for who knows why. But the cards like that are very problematic for Storm. Anglewire, sure. So what do we want to see? Metamorphose is probably near the top of my list aside from power. Wow, still no power. I don't know what else I could do here. We have Taiga that can help us cast Channel. Frantic Search is very good with Bergie, it's mana positive. We do have Wheel of Fortune and Time Twister. We have Cabal Ritual to go with Frantic Search. I might actually just take this card, it's very good. Oracle's good. Taiga I think is the card I would like aside from Frantic Search, but we just need to take this and just hope for the best, I think, at this point. I like Seething Song. That does help with the mana generation too. There's Scalding Tarn for fixing. I think, given the way this deck is going, I probably need to take Scalding Tarn and try and wheel Seething Song. We have enough playables. You know, not all of them are great. We could end up cutting black. I could see that being, or like cutting Cabal Ritual and keeping Tendrils in because we have Lotus Bloom, Lotus Petal, Polluted Delta to cast it. We'll see what happens there. Ooh, Fast Bond. This is probably a Fast Bond deck. We're missing all the good duels to pick up some nonsense cards, so I'm not sure how I feel about it, but Fast Bond with Mind's Desire? Yes, you can play lands off Mind's Desire with Fast Bond. We have Time Twister, Wheel of Fortune, and even Bergie that can let us play extra lands. Tropical Island really helps with Channel Fast Bond. I also have 2 fetches to go get it to allow us to channel early. Do I hope it wheels? It often comes around. I'm going to hope it comes around. I don't think Fast Bond is going to be as good without the green fixing. There's no way Tropical Island wheels. Okay, I've convinced myself. So far, I'm not feeling... We really want Yawgmoth's Will. That would be one of the better cards we could open. Here I like Chart a Course. Just helps dig through our deck a bit. We can just cast it turn 2, no problem. And Renin 6. We do have some fetches. I mean, it's not unheard of to take this card, but I think Chart a Course, it's just going to be better like when you're going off. Like you don't want to hit a Renin 6 with a Mind's Desire. You don't mind hitting Chart a Course with Mind's Desire a lot of the time. I really, really wish Saheeli Sublime Artificer was in the cube. The one that makes 1/1s every time you cast a non-creature spell. She's so good with things like Urza and Tolarian Academy. It would be a huge inclusion in the cube. Here I like Dark Ritual. I actually kind of like Eureka in this deck too. But it's probably just a Dark Ritual pickup. Not like we have a whole lot to do with black mana, but I think this is going to be a just play the cards and hope the mana works out type strategy, which sometimes is good enough. We have Gilded Lotus. Our mana is perfect. I don't know. Nothing can go wrong. Honestly, though, if we just get Yawgmoth's... Yes! I was just gonna say. If we just get Yawgmoth's Will, this deck can go from, like, pretty rough to actually quite good. Because we just have the turn 1 plays of, like, Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, LED, Yawgmoth's Will, Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, Tendrils. I have to take it over Inquisition and all those other great cards, but I mean, now our deck's good. It's actually quite solid. Minus the mana. But we just have to mulligan aggressively, and I think we can get there. I'm not playing Pestermite. I don't think I need a Tarka. Ulamog is pretty risky when you have Lion's Eye Diamond, Yawgmoth's Will, because if you discard Ulamog, you do have to shuffle your graveyard, and then you can't Yawgmoth's Will LED if there's an Ulamog in your hand. So as of now, I'm probably not playing that. I still could play Channel, just because of how good it is for generating mana to go off with Storm, especially with Time Twister Wheel of Fortune, which only costs a single color mana. Ooh, oh boy. We have a High Tide. This is probably one of the worst High Tide decks. Well, hang on. Cut this, cut this, cut this. We just play like Pyretic Wheel of Fortune, Bergie, High Tide? It's looking better than I thought it would be. We also have Frantic Surge. I know there's Upheaval, not really the deck for it. Teamkin's okay. Breeding Pool does help with Channel, but we already have Tropical. I'm going to take High Tide. I was originally thinking that it would be bad, but I think we might actually be able to make this into a good Storm deck. Well, look at the things. There's Baral. Baral's fantastic here. Baral plus Bergie makes all of our spells like absurdly cheap. Search for Tomorrow is another thing to consider, but I think I would like Baral here. We can cast Time Twister Wheel of Fortune for effectively 1 mana the turns we go off. Somehow we may have salvaged this draft. I might for now leave Channel in. It's just such a good hit. Like if we can cast it and go off, it's so sweet. What's the best possible thing? Like Manamorphose. I cannot. Manamorphose would be amazing. Imagine you have Bergie and Brawl in play and you cast Manamorphose. It costs 1 red. Oh, I guess we've seen all the cards. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it would cost red and it would add 2 mana of any color plus red. So it would be like a Dark Ritual that draws you a card and adds mana in any color. It would be so good. People take Taiga. That goes well with Scalding Tarn. Like, we now can cast Channel fairly reasonably. I don't think Fast Bond is coming around, but that's okay. We get Seething Song too, which is also very good. We have the capability to win. We have 22 playables. I guess Lotus Petal, I can kind of count these as spells. We have 25 playables. I'll count Lotus Petal as a land, maybe. Sensei's Top is also a bit suspicious, so we can probably get rid of that. But this worked out. I'm actually really happy with where this is going. And I guess I probably like Faithless Looting when I'm playing Yawgmoth's Will. Wait, oh! Whoa. Fast Bond and Yawgmoth's Bargain? What do I want more? What do I want more? Bargain is so good with mana or card draw. Like you play and win. I don't have enough time for this. Fast Bond is fast mana. I have Shark Typhoon, Mind's Desire. I'm gonna take Fast Bond, but I could definitely regret this. The thing is I have 2 draw 7s plus Bergie's Horn ability. I don't know. 11 seconds is nowhere near enough time. Okay. Given that Fast Bond, maybe I don't run Channel. I don't know. This deck's looking really, really spicy. We could take the Kavu. I guess Looming Marsh does help with mana too. Looking at potentially adding Faithless Looting, but we'll see. Electromancer versus Omnath Locus of Creation. Honestly, this seems interesting. I have a Lotus Petal, LED Lotus Bloom to add white for Omnath. maybe I don't think I'm playing Electromancer in this deck. I already have Brawl Bergie. That was probably a mistake, but it was a fun mistake, nonetheless. Yeah, I don't think I'm playing top. This is looking less and less like a Basalt Monolith deck. These are the lands. We have 26 playables right now. And I want a good bit of lands if I am going to be running Fast Bond. So we put these here. I think I'm going to cut Shark Typhoon. I feel like I want to cut Gilded Lotus Basalt Monolith and just have all low to the ground things. Cheap spells that are good with Bergie and stuff. Like if I get rid of these, I can run 18 land. I probably at that point don't even need Channel because my deck actually has a good bit of mana. Mostly the problem with Channel is it's so hard to cast in this deck. I just need a single green for Fast Bond, and we have Taiga Tropical Island, Simic Signet, Lotus Petal to make that happen. And then I run 18 land. That seems high, but also not crazy because I also have Faithless Looting. 6, 4, 2, 1. I don't think I'm running any forests. Right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 red sources, 5, 6, 7. I have like 7 red sources. Black I have 4, 5, 6, 7 black. And then blue I have a lot. 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a lot of blue. It's good with high tide, but I think I want more black. That's 18 land, which is good with fast bond and these time twisters. I do have Frantic Search, Faithless Looting to do away with excess lands. My deck has a ton of mana, so I can mulligan reasonably aggressively. Playing more lands lets me have a good shot at hitting my colors, because I know my colors are a bit sketchy. I could get rid of Pyretic, but I do like it with Yawgmoth's Will. Deal. This is the Storm deck we're running. Let's see how it does. See you guys round 1. Now this is the kind of hand... No, I'm mulliganing this for sure. I'm running 18 land, yes, but this is still an excessive amount of lands we can mulligan. The beautiful part about this is we're going to keep this, I think. We have 2 draw 7s in our deck that we could just hit, and then we'll be golden. I'm going to get rid of 1 swamp, and I kind of like Fast Bond in this hand. I could also get rid of Fast Bond, but this gives us the best chance if we do hit a draw 7 to just go off. So I think I'm going to keep Fast Bond Chart a Course plus lands. And I can go turn 1 Fast Bond Chart a Course, and then just see what happens from there. Or we can wait and like draw lands and then decide what to do. Interesting. 10 drills. Might discard that to Chart a Course. I can just reshuffle it, and you don't really want the Storm payoffs in your opener, so I think I am going to just play all these lands now, because we could always hit like LED and something else. I guess I'll let this trigger go through. Chart a Course. Yeah, we'll discard Tendrils. Go ahead. And now we're just drawing towards one of our card draws. Nothing to see here. Discarding the Tendrils does tell our opponent what's going on. Oof, even duress our Signet. That's rude. But we can easily just top deck Time Twister, or even Burgi in the near future would be good. Island is fine. They don't know about that, so we'll just hold it in hand. And now Burgi we can top deck and then start exiling cards and playing them. We are slightly weak to counter magic. We do have Lotus Bloom though. And I'm going to just hold this land in hand. You don't want your opponent to have perfect information. They repeal my Fast Bond. Okay. Strider is definitely fine. It is a clock. But if we can't win the game in like 5 turns, we have other issues. LED is good. Let's recast Fast Bond. That goes through. I guess I will just play this island. We get to keep LED as a surprise. And if we draw Yawgmoth's Will, we are maybe okay. We take the hit for 3, probably facing down a Cryptic Command now. Blue-black is like the worst possible matchup for Storm. Oh, Nighthawk Scavenger is actually fine too. We have a couple turns. They're also tapping out. Alright, deck. Now's the time. Time Twister, Wheel of Fortune, any of those. Swamp. Perfect. Exactly what we wanted. Go ahead. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 1 turn, basically. I believe I saw you recording it on recordings on YouTube. That's cool. That's cool. They get to watch themselves just destroy me. Alright, deck. Now's the time. Cast Lotus Bloom. Draw Time Twister. Not have it get countered. Perfect. Do I want to... I guess I do want to play LED. And we're going all in. So we're going to hold control, cast Wheel of Fortune. And I'm going to sacrifice Lion's Eye Diamond to add, I suppose, probably red? Don't counter it. Ooh! That went through. Okay, we might be in business. Let's cast Brawl. That makes things a lot easier. I might actually win this. Cast a Pyretic Ritual. I guess I'll play my land, because I do have Fast Bond. Pyretic Ritual. I will sacrifice this one for... This is tough, because I only have 1 black for Yawgmoth's Will. But I guess if Yawgmoth's Will goes through... Because if they counter Yawg Will, and then I'm going to Time Twister, what colors do I want? I guess, honestly, I'm just going to cast Yawgmoth's Will now and see what happens there. Because if this goes through, I pretty much just win. Okay. Pyretic. Lion's Eye Diamond. Okay, we win! That was amazing. So, a lot of this tells me my opponent just doesn't have counter magic. That's the best thing that I can interpret from that. They're playing some creatures. I mean, that's expected. I could bring in a Pernicious Deed. That's like a pretty funny way to just deal with whatever nonsense they might have. And on the draw, we bring in Pernicious Deed for a land, maybe? I should probably just be running Shark Typhoon. It's good, but it's also not a land for fast bond. I think it's going to be in with Pernicious Deed, out with High Tide this round, and just do that. My opponent says they don't need to see the top deck wheel in recording, so it was totally there. That was also a mulligan to 5, which we are also mulliganing this hand. I will keep this hand. We're going to get rid of a swamp. If we hit any red source, we're really golden, and the failsafe of just Dark Ritual and a Wheel of Fortune is nice. They can duress our Wheel of Fortune, which is good for them, not for me. We do draw Charter Course, though. And I always want to make sure that I comment on this. People are going to say, Caleb, you're playing way too many lands. Look at these opening hands you've gotten. And yes, I'm running 18 land, and I have gotten a lot of 6 land hands, but they would be 5 land hands if one of them was a spell. And statistically, it's like only 33% chance that one of them would even be a spell. So it's more just bad luck than it is running too many lands. Okay, I like Urza here. I got rid of High Tide, so I'm going to discard an island. Also, Fastbond Yawgmoth's Will is kind of sick when you're discarding stuff to Chart a Course. Nighthawk Scavenger, the number of cards in your opponent's graveyard. I thought this was creature types. It's just anything? That's so good. Alright, we're going to Dark Ritual out in Urza. It might seem drastic, and that's because it is. But at least Urza can block. Now Nighthawk Scavenger is a 4/3. But my opponent's probably not playing much removal, and it's a good card, for sure. But what? No! Why are you playing creatures? Creature removal. I mean, it's just, Chupacabra they probably have in their deck because it's just a 4-mana 2/2, but we are dying very quickly now. I'm going to block the Stormcaller just to give us more time. Alright, we need red mana very badly. Frantic Search is pretty good, actually. What do I want more of? Definitely not green. Let's get more blue, I guess. Okay. This, we're gonna discard Swamp. How do I have any shot at this? Discard Swamp. I can discard Burgy or Faithless Looting, because the problem is right now, I need to use all the cards in my hand to do what I want to do. Discard these two, I guess. Untap these. Right? Because I have to play Mountain into Seething Song. Here. I guess I just have to flash back Faithless Looting and hope to hit off of that because I don't have any cards to discard to Burgy. Alright, I just have to hit Time Twister or Yawgmoth's Will. Burgy LED Cabal Ritual. Alright, let's discard these. Just cast Burgy. I can always top deck Yawgmoth's Will. I can block the Chupacabra, but I actually just die exactly, so never mind. I'm just dead to... I forgot that I was powering up the Scavenger. Scavenger is very good against Jank Storm. I could bring in Chain Lightning just to give myself extra time. But I have Pernicious Deed. That's good enough. Although on the play, maybe I just don't need Deed and I'd just rather be more Storm focused. Yeah, we'll just be more Storm focused. It seems like they don't have counter magic. Go first. Duress is scary. Yeah, I'll keep. They can't Duress my Burgy, which is good. Let's go turn 1. Swamp to player on Strip Mine. Hoping they don't have Duress, but they probably do. Oh, okay. Ooh. Oh, this is close. This is really close. They didn't Duress turn 1. I think I'm gonna wait. I can do some really crazy things next turn. They just play a Seagate Stormcaller. I'm mostly just scared of Duress. We draw Simic Signet. So I can go land, Seething Song. Let me go through this actually. I can go land, Seething Song up to 5, Burgy down to 2, Pyretic Ritual. We're doing the math. Sorry, this is gonna take a bit. Land, Seething Song up to 5 mana, Burgy costs 3, puts us down to 2 mana. Pyretic Ritual puts us up to... We cast 2, puts us up to 4 mana. Simic Signet puts us up to 2 red Signet. Then we activate Signet to cast Brawl. And then we Wheel of Fortune? Yeah, this seems quite good actually. So we start with Seething Song. Then we cast Burgy. Then we Pyretic. Always yield to this. Then we cast Simic Signet using the, I guess, better mana. Then we cast Brawl. Blue, red. Then we cast Wheel of Fortune holding up green. And then I have no blue mana whatsoever. And their hand was pretty bad too. That's cool though. I mean, that was a pretty solid turn 3. They just cast Phyrexian Rager. Beautiful. And there is the Yawgmoth's Will that we were asking for. So, I don't think we need red mana. We're just going to have like infinite. We're going to start with a High Tide. Then we probably play Urza. I think I want to fetch an island with Scalding Tarn here. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? We are going to Yawgmoth's Will first and recast High Tide, I think. This is actually kind of hard. I think I do just want a Yawgmoth's Will here. Black, red, because I'm getting red for casting this. They just concede? I mean, yeah, they're probably dead, but you might as well see it out. Alright, well, we stomped round 1, opponent rage quit. Sorry, Penecoic 78. Sometimes the storm gets you. See you guys next round. The thing I respect about this hand is that it knows what it's going to do. We're going to keep this hand. Playing against Choop's Zookeeper, I like that. This hand is going to cast Wheel of Fortune on turn 2. Oh god, they're going to turn 1 Thalia and I'm going to scream. Ah! Sorry, I told you. We're so dead. I don't think I have any main deck ways to deal with Thalia. Oh, Thalia is so good. Turn 1 Thalia is the worst thing you could see. But we have Burst Lightning, Chain Lightning, Pernicious Deed, Shark Typhoon. There are ways around this. They're going to Leonin Relic Order my Lotus Petal. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this is mono white doing mono white. The turn 1 Thalia off a Mox is just disgusting. And now I can't even really Wheel of Fortune. I could draw Burgie. I could draw Fast Spawn would be quite good, actually. Swamp is a bit less than ideal. Yeah, this is their turn 3 and they're hitting me for... They're even... Whoa, they're attacking? Okay, I was like, you don't attack with Mom there. Hit me for 6. I'm not giving up, but it's not pretty. Jeez. Look at this opener. Land. Okay. So I need a Wheel of Fortune. I mean, I just need to wait again. Wheel of Fortune costs 4, so I'm not really going anywhere with this hand currently. I can draw High Tide, which is mana neutral. Jeez, this is a draw. This is the dream mono white. I have yet to get Mox Pearl mono white, but this is how dirty it can be. If we opened any power ever, we would have better mono white decks. But we have this turn to go off. I don't really want them to know what we're doing. I mean, it's pretty clear that we're playing Storm. So I can Wheel of Fortune. I'm not going to draw anything. We're just going to concede. I cast 1 spell that game. Okay. Sideboarding. We definitely need Pernicious Deed in here. I like Burst Lightning, Chain Lightning, Dragonlord Atarka. I think High Tide is a bit ambitious for this deck in this matchup. I mean, they just mold a Thalia and we just lose to that. So we need to maximize our interaction. I think because we have Atarka, we don't really need Thassa's Oracle as a win con. I kind of like Shark Typhoon because we can just like cycle a big shark and try and win that way. Urza is a good blocker. Omnath is funny. That's what I can say about Omnath. I kind of like Ren in 6. Get a land, kill their 1/1. That seems pretty nice. I think it goes without saying this deck needs dramatic sideboarding to make this work. Ren in 6 is very good with our Faithless Looting type effects too. We're diluting our Storm deck a little bit, but really not that much. I might get rid of a Simic Signet, or honestly, I'm considering getting rid of Cabal Ritual in the face of Athalia. We can cut like Cabal Ritual and Simic Signet, maybe Shark Typhoon. Okay, we'll cut Shark Typhoon. And Ren in 6 is pretty hard to cast. Okay, we'll put in Shark Typhoon for Ren in 6. We're gonna do that. So you guys, I don't know. We'll run it like this and see what happens. Alright, we're gonna go first. I mean, I keep this. Green source and we're golden, blue source and we're golden. Anything else we're in trouble. And I think I got rid of my Simic Signet. And an island. So that is what it is. As long as it's not... Oh, jeez. Oh, man. We're in trouble. Usher the Fallen is such a good 1-drop. Doesn't even matter what's left in their hand. They just have that. I might play 1 spell this entire series of games. They have Mox Pearl. Do they have Usher the Fallen activation plus Mana Tithe? Yikes. Alright, we need green mana immediately. Or blue. Nope, they just have Mom. Whoa! Green? Blue? Okay, green. Pernicious Deed. Go. If they kill my Pernicious Deed, I swear I'm gonna die. But I can also Seething Song out in Atarka very soon as well. So that's good. Okay, they didn't kill Deed. And we draw Frantic Surge, which kind of helps. So right now I have 6 mana for a Tarka, so we can actually do some cool things here. I'm not going to play Fast Bond, obviously. But, I mean, this is why we sideboarded as we did. We get to deed away all their stuff. We're going to deed in combat because we can actually kill Mistress Factory if they activate it. So we want to move to combat. So that way we don't take an extra 2. And then we deed for 1. That's quite good. And now they have Thalia? Come on. Alright, we need blue. Okay. That is a blue. So now 1, 2. I can Seething Song. I take 4 next turn. Seething Song costs 4 mana, so now I'm still 1 mana short of Dragonlord Atarka. Frantic Search is mana negative. I can Fast Bond into Time Twister after a Seething Song, but that refills their hand as well. And honestly, I think Atarka has a chance of going the distance. So I think I'm just going to Frantic Search and then probably discard Fast Bond. We just want to land so that we can Atarka. Oh, Bergie's good too. Bergie can block, which I like. I think I discard Fast Bond and Blooming Marsh and then just cast Bergie. And then any land, yeah, any land I can then top deck and play Dragonlord Atarka. Cast Bergie. And also, if they don't kill Bergie, I can Atarka next turn too. They just have swords. Come on. I mean, better that than swordsing my Atarka, but they've had the stuff. Armageddon, Baneslayer. Okay, we need Dragonlord Atarka right now. Untapped land. Tendrils of Agony. They've had it all. I didn't expect them to have swords still in their deck, so I can Seething Song. That's only 6. Alright. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We take 9 damage here. They only have 1 card in hand. Okay. That's exactly lethal, isn't it? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, I go to 1. What are these draws? Unbelievable. I don't know. Maybe I Pernicious Deeded too early. Take it. Oh, I go to 4. Okay. So... Wait. This has protection from dragons. Oh god. Why? Yeah, I can't even Dragonlord Atarka the Bane. It just kills me. Okay. That text is... When it's relevant, it's quite funny. Alright, well... I don't see us winning this, but we are going to try our darndest. Yeah, I just play Atarka, we can't kill Baneslayer, they swing for 5 and we lose. So... Yeah. This is our life now. I guess I probably want to keep black for Yawgmoth's Will. Yeah, I already have Fast Bond in my graveyard. Although Fast Bond, I think it's probably better to hold up green. Seething Song. I can't believe the Dragonlord Atarka is not good here. My mono white opponent survived Pernicious Deed, Swords my Bergie. Can Burst Lightning the Thalia. They have Mana Tithe, they can't cast. Okay. But now I just die. Yeah. This is why mono white is good. There's no... I don't think there's any draws that I can have here that do anything. No. Alright. We tried. We tried. See you guys next round. Alright, we're playing against Hooter D. Let's redeem ourselves. I mean, it's not even... It wasn't even bad. Our opponent just had the perfect draws last game. This hand has fast mana, no payoffs. Which is... I mean... That would be the title of the album that this deck was part of. Fast mana, no payoffs. Even if I draw Yawgmoth's Will, this hand doesn't get anywhere, but I'm gonna keep it. It's got good stuff. Our deck's full of looting effects, so it's hard to go too wrong. And if we just draw Time Twister, like, that's gonna be awesome. Not an untapped Godless Shrine is perfect. Black-white is again like the worst color combination of colors we could want, but we look like we're playing Sultai Poop right now. That's somewhat helpful. But yeah, if they just play Thalia, I'm gonna cry as well. Ooh, okay. Multicolors is probably a better matchup. They typically you run multicolored cards to like run removal and things. This many land, you don't love to see. I know I'm running 18 land, so one of these could be a spell, but there's only like a 30% chance that one of these would be a spell. So most of the time I would be mana screwed anyway. Yep, there's Omnath. Okay, well, I've seen the multicolor Omnath decks a lot. They have a lot of value. We draw tendrils. I'm gonna keep playing islands because we do have High Tide. we're probably going to lose to a fetch land here. Okay, tap land is good. They do gain life, which makes our storm count requirements higher. However, this deck can storm off very hard. So honestly, drawing Burgi would probably be good enough. We just go like Lotus Petal, Burgi, discard cards to get playables. Scalding Tarn is fine. We can fetch up a mountain. Dying very slowly, but kind of quickly. Yep, there's the fetch land. We take damage. And they have like all the mana they could want. So they could go like Niv Mizzet into something scary. They grudge the Signet. That's fine. But that's all they have, that's good. I can work with that. Okay. End of turn we fetch because we don't want to deal with any of this nonsense anymore. And I guess I get a Taiga. Alright, Island. If they have Burn, I'm dead anyway. I'd rather not reveal exactly what my deck is doing. I think next turn, if there's any hope of me going, oh geez, so they can Field of Ruin me plus fetch to get triple landfall to hit me for 4. So if they have Lightning Bolt, I do lose, but it's definitely not worth just going for Tendrils here, because then it makes like Mind's Desire worse. Like we need our storm count. Okay. We both have, they cast one card that killed us. Come on. There we go. That's exactly the card I talked about. So let's go Swamp, Dark Ritual, Lotus Petal. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think it's actually worth it to cast Tendrils here to get another Storm from Mind's Desire. Because we could just draw Yawgmoth's Will, which would be good. And if they have Lightning Bolt, they still can kill me in response with Flooded Strand, Field of Ruin activation. Oh wait, no. Actually, yeah, they need 3 land drops, and this only gives them 2. So that's actually kind of out of the question. They could have Char Lightning Bolt, though. Do they actually have Char Lightning Bolt? Or do they think Field of Ruin is going to do 4? I hope they think Field of Ruin is doing 4. Oh no. Well, they're adding Storm, so if I don't die here, we're in good shape. But we probably die here. They're running Desperate Ritual, too. Okay, we go to 4. Just tell me they think Field of Ruin kills me, please. Oh, do they have Expansion Explosion? That's not lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's only 3 if they have Expansion Explosion. I think they wanted to Field of Ruin first, but I'm not going to tell them that out loud. Because Field of Ruin is mana positive. If I survive this, my Mind's Desire is going to be quite big. And then there's a chance. No. Don't realize that you have to Field of Ruin. No! Oh, now we're probably dead. Because Field of Ruin gives them a landfall trigger. They spend 3 mana to do it, but then they get a land plus 4 off Omnath, so they can Expansion Explosion me for 5. Don't figure it. No. I shouldn't have spoke out loud. They can't hear me. I'm not telling them secrets, but head black here. But yeah, I think I'm dying to expansion for 5. We'll get an island for high tide. Yeah, they were so close to not getting there, and I might have won actually. Yep. So close. Okay. I feel like I just run it back. Pernicious Deed is a maybe, but my best chances of going off are the main deck, and I just gotta draw better. We were actually close there, actually, like, pretty happy with where we were. This feels like draw black mana and win, so I'm down for that. Or just turn 2 Time Twister, or I guess 3, which I'm relatively okay with, as long as they don't have Strip Mine in their 5-color Omnath deck. Or Ancient Grudge would be kind of annoying. There's a Lotus Petal. I can go Taiga, Lotus Petal for black, Dark Ritual, and then I will have... You know, this feels like we just cast Time Twister here. Do this, cast this. If I can have a green floating after this, it's going to be quite nice. Add black, Dark Ritual, Simic Signet. I could Yawgmoth's Will. Wait, can I win? Did I mess this up? Do I have Lethal Storm? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think I might have been able to wait and just have lethal tendrils, but this feels okay too. We just go Simic Signet. We're not going to Yawgmoth's Will. This is just like a value Time Twister. Keeping open Tropical Island. We're just going to Time Twister. Shuffle it all back. And this feels pretty good for next turn. They have Time Walk? Oh no. Alright. It's less good against... Well, it's just a good card. Time Walk's so good. Regrowth Time Walk. Do they not have a land? Okay, I can work with that. I can go off here, but my opponent's just going to play a pretty anemic Time Walk. I do get a lot of value this turn, though. So I definitely need a Polluted Delta for a swamp. So I fetch a swamp, I play Baral, holding up blue-red. Then I go Pyretic Ritual, Seething Song, Frantic Search. And that's going to give me 1, 2, 3. This is going to cost 2 and give 5. So I'll have 6 red. And then I can Frantic Search for the last blue to get 2 blue. This feels like I should just try and go off here. They're tapped out. They're going to Time Walk. I mean, they're missing land drops. If I wait 1 turn, my odds get so much better of going off. Nah, my odds are really good of going off. Let's just tap all this mana. I know exactly how I'm going to spend it. So I cast Baral, Pyretic Ritual for 1 mana. Seething Song. Tap blue for Frantic Search. Discarding whatever. Untapping these 3. Casting Wheel of Fortune for 2 mana. Yeah, I think this actually does it. We get to go 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't have double blue for Mind's Desire. Does this do it? 5, 6, 7, 8. Tendrils would be the 9th. They're at 18 because they took damage off their fetch. So yes, it actually does. Nice. Fast Bond, land, LED, Dark Ritual, Tendrils U for 9. They never stood a chance. Slurping it all up. Okay, game 3. We got this. I believe in the deck. Ooh, I get to see their hand too. Burgi, Seething. Whoa. That's a lot of ambition. I love it. Time Walk, Demonic Tutor, Seagate, Seething Song, Uro, Bloodbraid, Burgi. That looks like a fun deck. If I ever opened Power, I could draft decks like that. I think, again, my best shot is just going off. They're doing things. I'm doing things. And the goal is to just have me do those things faster. They don't seem to have too much interaction. Okay, this hand, I'm going to keep... It's got Mind's Desire as top end. And then I just have all my mana. And then Chart a Course can make sure that I don't have too much issue. I'm worried about Time Walk Regrowth. But we have Wheel of Fortune too. Let's play Scalding Tarn because I know I want blue. Okay, no Time Walk. We're going to fetch an island. I guess on our upkeep. Doesn't really matter. Or they do have Time Walk and they're debating me. Okay. Fetch island on upkeep. Then we get to play... I kind of want a Polluted Delta fetch as well. But I want to have black-red in play. High Tide looking pretty weak here, but that's mostly fine. I guess I can fetch a swamp and then just Chart a Course. Blue, Chart a Course. We're going to discard a swamp most likely. They can counterspell? Ooh, spicy. Yeah, we'll discard a swamp. Also, all this fetching helps fill our graveyard for Cabal Ritual, which is nice. I think Faithless Looting would be a really good draw. Yeah, Uro's scary. The life gain's also pretty good. Like, you know, getting High Storm for Tendrils isn't the easiest thing. I'm gonna play Taiga. I can cast Wheel of Fortune, but I feel like I'm better off waiting. And now we have all of our colors. I think I'm just gonna play Island next. Yeah, Omnath is a scary one. Their life total is just getting higher, so I need to like go even bigger with my storm counts, which is why we're not actually going to go for it here. Okay, Burgi's fine for now. They didn't play the Horn side, which tells me they have spells in hand, which is even scarier. Burgi into Time Walk I would hate to see. Preordain is not the end of the world. What do I think would be our best draw? Something like Frantic Search. Also, we can see how they scryed, which will be useful. 2 cards on top. Okay. I don't love that. I probably just have to try and go off next turn because they could easily just Time Walk and kill me, right? That's 7. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much dead next turn, so we're going to go off as best we can. And we're going to top deck Frantic Search, I think would be good. Uh-oh. What do they have red mana for? No! What is this? Oh gosh. What could they possibly need 7 red mana for? Am I dead? Lightning Bolt into Banefire me, maybe? Oh, jeez. That's actually really bad for me. I don't know what instance I have, but we're gonna Dark Ritual. That's really bad for me. Ball Ritual. I guess if they've emptied the warrens, maybe I'm just helping them. No instance. Wow, my hand's so much worse now. Yep, that was brutal. Wait, they had another land drop? Oh, okay, it's just life. Yeah, I guess if they hit Time Walk mana there, they would just kill me. Renin 6 can shoot me for 1. This is a spicy turn. Alright, what are my best draws? Fast Bond is good. I'm gonna go down to 10, so I can play quite a few lands. Interesting. I feel like shooting me is more important. But I mean, they just have like semi-deterministic lethal anyway, so... Alright, deck. Something good. Fast Bond, Frantic Search, High Tide. Okay. So, we get to start with High Tide. Then we play an island. I kind of need to hold up black mana. Guess what I can do is tap this for green, because it just adds extra blue. Then I can Seething Song this way. Still holding up a single blue. And green. Then I can Time Twister. And just hope for the best. Okay, I have Fast Bond. Plus, Bergie's Horn ability is pretty good. I guess I will probably not fetch because I might need all of my life. And hitting lands off Bergie is something I actively want. So I think I'm just going to go... Oh, but fetching up an island is pretty good. That's more mana. We'll see. I think I'm just going to go island. Take damage. And I can float a blue or a black. I think I like floating a blue. We're going to cast the Harnful Born of whatever this card is. And let's see how going off of the horn works. Discard a card, exile the top 2. I think I'm going to discard Brawl. Okay. So we could just play these. So I could just play this Swamp. This is awesome. Discard a card. We're going to discard Swamp because I already have black. Pyretic Ritual, Seething Song. I have all of those. Discarding Scalding Tarn? Or come on, deck. All mana. That's all I hit. I mean, I can go Mountain. I have no card draw. I just hit all mana. Dark Ritual, right? Pyretic Ritual. That's awesome in theory, but really bad here. High Tide. Land. Land. Concede. This is a cool combo. We just got super unlucky on our hits. What was the top card? Any card draw, I think we were just going to be able to continue going off. We return to the game, draw a card. No! Ugh. That's deeply frustrating. We were 1 card away from winning. I don't know if fetching would have helped. Maybe fetching was a good idea. I figured mana would be my limiting factor, but... whatever. It happens. This was a sweet deck, actually. It ended up being quite fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let's go back to the deck. Things I liked. Bergie overperformed. This card's fantastic. The Horn, you know, we messed out there, but we drew like 8 cards effectively. And we, you know, if we had hit any card draw, we could have hit more, which would have been just game winning. So that's great. Yawgmoth's Will obviously good. Urza was pretty medium. I didn't really have much else going on. And then, yeah, I think this deck was as close to pretty good as you can get for not having any power and stuff. We're going to keep drafting fun decks, and I'll see you guys there.